So, hello, good people. How you doing? God is good and He's good all the time. So, today I'm super excited because God has made it possible for me to meet the first person that was supposed to meet. Because as you all know that I'm supposed to fund like 17 people all the way from 1st of December, which is today, all the way to 23rd of December. And today is a good day. I'm here with Tyson or Leon. He's called Tyson or Leon. I want us to do something with him. I'm just hoping that the camera is going to record whatever we are doing here, because I think we need to adjust that camera, but we're going to have a look at it, how we're supposed to work our way out, so that you can also learn. I'm doing this so that you can also learn. For you guys out there, you learn how to place your orders, learn how to create business pages, learn how to go about it. So take it as a lesson and put it into practice, the things that you're going to see me helping this young man here. Remember, we are creating a business page today, and they're supposed to follow you. So we are going to give them the name of your business page, and we are going to place an order today, so that in a span of like 10 days, you'll have your goods, and we'll be here, and you're going to sell them on your page, right? But don't worry, just count me in like your big sister. I'll be there to hold your hand. We are going to do it with you from one step to another, okay? So let's first take some coffee. We have something that we are taking in here for a moment. So then once we are done, we can continue with the placing of the orders and all that, okay? And for you guys that haven't subscribed to the class where I teach and mentor people on how to do imports, I'm going to put the link down below on my description box. You need to subscribe and join the Telegram class and just learn how to do your imports and how to even sell your things on social media, so that you can start doing it as early as now. You can. Your phone has very nice can take very nice pictures.
My phone. But camera.
So Tyson, we're just going to go direct to whatever we're supposed to do today. I'll try to look this side because I'm so tempted to look at you, but I'll try to kuangalia the camera. So we're supposed to start a business today, right? We're supposed to place an order in China via Alibaba. We're supposed to create a page on Instagram, and I'm supposed to teach you how to go about it. So let's get into it. But before we get there, I would just want to give you an advice that I believe that is going to help you as you aspire to become a business person. And we had a chit chat kidogo, but then I'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself. By the way, introduce yourself first.
Okay, I'm Tyson Leon. I'm 23 years old.
Young, very young.
What else can I say?
Yeah, you're a student.
It's
only
a student.
You know me, sorry. You know me, I know most about Tyson because he wrote an email. I know his story, and so I know so much about you because, you know, I've read your things. We have interacted, we have talked. So but you guys just know that Tyson, I need to start a business for Tyson. It's not necessarily you give out your story here. Or would you want?
I'm okay.
You're okay. So, and we don't have to expose everything. By the way, when you're trying to help someone, please don't try to dig deep into their problems. If the spirit directs you, right, you're supposed to help this person. They have confidentially given you their story, not necessarily to come here and start speaking about it. But you dropped your studies. I'm just hoping that you're going to get back to school and proceed with it as you make money. Number one, I want to let you know that you're so lucky because you're in Nairobi.
True.
Most of the sales that I do them in Nairobi. Do you know that? I'm here in Nakuru, but we do most of our sales in Nairobi. I think it's because of the economic status, and social media does well in Nairobi.
True.
Tyson, even the days that you'll be running adverts, don't do the whole of Kenya. By the time you get someone in Kisumu trying to buy a specific item for you, utaka. And that goes even to other people that are in the Nigeria, Zambia, and all other places, South Africa. Always choose a location that you know the economic status is really nice, instead of running an advert and choosing the whole country to run your adverts in. So even when you're trying to run your adverts, you're going to concentrate on Nairobi. Sindio?
Yeah.
Guys, I also have a request. as I tried to start a business for Tyson, please support him. Once the goods are in the country, like in 10 days, if we place our orders today, and we are a bit late by the way, but if we place our orders today, I'll be expecting like in 10 days the goods will be in the country. We are going to show them the goods so that they can buy from you. And we're also going to decide whatever we are going to import with you. Simple?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I told you earlier, just count on me as your big sister, so.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry for the things that you've been going through, your situation. You just don't worry.
I appreciate it so much.
I'm telling you, these things, we are meant to go through them as long as we are human beings. And we are made of that flesh and blood. Challenges will always be there. If you read the Word of God, which is supposed to be our manual, it's supposed to be like a manual.
Yeah.
When did you last read the Word of God?
Today in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me a high five. Thank you. You read?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got
yeah.
the Bible application in my phone.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Always use it as your manual.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you want to read about something, you just go on Google. Maybe you want to read about, we are doing business, wealth creation. That is wealth creation.
Yeah.
Just go and type on Google, wealth creation, Bible verses. It's going to give you like 10 or 20 verses that you're supposed to read. You're going to see what the Word of God says in regards to the problem that you're trying to tackle. Because we get lost due to lack of wisdom. Your wisdom tu tunakosanga. You find people doing whatever the Word of God says that you're supposed to do for you to get favor amongst your fellow human beings, you find us doing the opposite of it, and we still expect that favor. When it comes to children, how we are supposed to secure our children's futures and all that, this is what the Word of God says, but we find ourselves doing totally different from what the Word of God says. So always use it as a manual. There's another thing that I want to tell you. You know me, I'm like a parent.
Yeah.
I've really brought up so many people, including my sisters. I'm a firstborn. And at our home, I had to really help my mom to take care of our sisters. I actually took care of them for 10 years. I was bringing up, so I was like a mom since I was like 17 years. So I know the shoes that you're in. So I have a lot that I can tell you or guide you on the things, on how you're supposed to tackle certain problems from a parent's perspective.
Okay, right.
And now I just want to tell you about success. You're aspiring to succeed in the things that you're going to start, right?
Yeah.
You're aspiring to become a great business person, right?
Totally.
It's not all about whatever we are about to do right now. It's not all about starting a business. Just know that it's not all about what we are about to do, that is starting a business. Success should be holistic. Holistic success. As I had mentioned to you earlier, right?
Yeah.
It's not all about the money. How about your attitude? How about your spirituality? And that goes to any person that you've ever seen succeeding in the things that they are doing. It's not all about, for that business person, that great business person that you know, it's not about how well they, or the money that they have to run the business. It goes even with your disciplines. Attitude. Do you have the right attitude to do the business? Do you have the right attitude to interact with people? Remember, people, your fellow human beings, they're going to play a very big part in your success, because God uses your fellow human beings to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Yeah, that is why I think there's a verse in Quran that says that God uses your fellow human beings as witnesses when He's about to bless you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
That is deep, huh?
Yeah.
He uses your fellow human beings as witnesses when He's about to bless you. There's no way that you'll be hurting people. There's no way that you'll be mistreating people just because you have money and you expect to be there. You'll go down very soon. After 2-3 years, you'll go down. So just be humble as you get now into business. Just be a humble person. Mtu hapendi kelele za watu. Mind your own business. In the book of 1 Thessalonians, I think 5:4, I can't remember, but there's a book in 1 Thessalonians that says, uh, learn to mind your own business. Like imagine, notice that is what the word of God says. Minding your own business is an instruction that you've been given in the Bible. I don't know what Thessalonians, but you can check on Google. Make it your own business, like to mind your own business and work with your own hands so that you may never lack anything. It is as simple as that. So you find people that don't even mind their business and they have 1,001 problems because they are going against what the word of God says. We're kuanga too like a person who's always minding their own business. If you don't have a place to go, just stay in your house and just read the word of God, meditate. You have to meditate, you have to pray. You understand? Think about the businesses that you're about to do. When you're so quiet, in your very normal state, when your mind is not so corrupt with so many things, you know there are people whose minds are full of clutter. Like they can't even think for 10 minutes for the thing that they are going to do, because once they sit in a quiet place and start thinking maybe of the business, whatever is running in their mind is, oh, that fight that we had with the other person the other day, oh, that child that oh, that, you know, there are so many things, that a lot of clutter in their mind, that they can't even think straight about the things that they're about to do. So please, 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 just be the kind of a person that you stick to your lane, mind your own business, read the word of God, do whatever the word of God instructs us to do. That is how it is. The goodness of it. If you use the word of God as your manual and do things as it instructs us to do, you'll find it a bit easier doing your things. Utakuwa na wepesi wa kufanya mambo zako. You understand?
Yeah.
So I would just advise you to do so. Have the right attitude. Remember, I'm talking about the attitude because there are people that are in the places they are in because of their attitude, only because of their attitude. I was giving you a story that there's a person, you guys, if you haven't joined my Telegram class, better join it, where I teach about imports. I was telling you a story that there's a lady that has written emails to us, and she was saying that she has a group of 108 friends that they are supposed to join the Telegram class and also come to the conference that we are doing on 10. But you know what? That lady, together with their 108 friends, have been banned by the team to join the Telegram class and also to come to the conference because of whatever she has been writing to the team. You understand? Just because of the attitude. And out here, not everyone is going to stand bad attitude, indiscipline. There are people who just want to retreat. If you treat them in a certain way, they are going to retreat. Mostly the Chinese that you're about to do business with. If you're talking or conversing with a supplier, and maybe you start, harassing them or being a kind of rude to them, they're just going to retreat. They're going to give you back your money. Even the agents, even, and just know that if you try to mishandle most people always retreat. Their sanity comes first. So please, you might put off your destiny connectors just because of your attitude. Sindio? So have the right one. Be disciplined. Just mind your own business. Sindio? So let's get into it. You told me that you don't have an idea of whatever you want to do. Let's brainstorm. Let's brainstorm.
Okay.
Just think of something.
Like clothing, the fashion.
No, I wouldn't advise you to do clothing. This is it.
Okay. That's
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
This is how we are supposed to go about it. When you're trying to choose the business that you're going to do, have a reason why you're choosing it. Don't go for something that everyone else is doing. Mostly clothes. Everyone is doing clothes. Everyone is in thrift clothes. That is mitumba or thrift whatever. The other people are into electronics. Then go for the simplest of the simplest and something that you know that people are not doing. Example, I can give you an example. Have you ever thought of something like sneakers? Sneakers. You know, it's a very nice business. And you know, sneakers are very cheap in China.
Okay.
Yes, they are very much affordable. We are going to get them from Alibaba right now. We can go for the cheap sneakers. We can get them from maybe from 400 Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
That's one idea, right?
That's true, yeah.
Have you ever thought of something like smartwatches?
No.
Smartwatches is a very nice business.
Right.
And remember, we are trying to import something that will purely sell on social media.
No doubt.
And they have very nice profit margins. Also, another thing that I want us to concentrate on, we are supposed to ship something that is not going to cost us a lot of shipping cost. So something light, to see heavy,
P2C heavy.
like the watches that I've just talked
watch.
about. Huh?
Yeah.
So what would you want us to do? The sneakers or the watches? What would you want us to do?
I think the sneakers.
You love the sneakers?
I love the sneakers.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. That is what we are going to go for.
Okay.
So just take your phone. We are not going to use computers,
Alright.
laptops, because you will be using your phone. You see this phone of yours?
Yeah.
This one, it's going to make you a lot of money. So I want you to use it. Go to Alibaba, we check the sneakers that you would want to start importing. And remember, for the sneakers, we are going to ship them by sea. So it's going to take like 60 days.
60 days. That is
For something like
2 months.
For something like the watches, the smart watches, we could have done in a span of like 10 days.
Okay.
You'll have your goods. But for the sneakers, sneakers are heavy. So we are not going to ship them via air. We are going to do it via CBM, that's by sea.
Alright.
So we are going to do them by sea because it's more, you're going to enjoy more profits when you ship it by sea. It's much cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or by sea.
By sea.
Okay.
That is the shipping cost.
Yeah. So can I say
So,
sneakers?
yeah, yeah. So you're just going to get 2 cheap sneakers on Alibaba. So for men, right?
Yeah.
You know me, I only sell men's stuff. Most of, like, I also do sneakers, but I do for men because I feel like men do buy.
Yeah, it's true.
I just love sneakers. So you can tell me what you're seeing on your page. I don't know, guys. You can see whatever is happening here down. I don't know how we are going to get you into these. We have already typed the cheap sneakers. Okay, let's see. $3.
$3. Yeah.
Now, as you can see, in here, we have the cheap sneakers. We are going to go with whatever goes with our budget or whatever you'd want to go with. We can see we have sneakers worth $3.9, $9, $1.58. Let's go for this. They are much cheaper, $2.38. With a budget of like 10K, you can get a lot of them. So we go for this, right?
Yeah.
Let's click. This is how you're supposed to chat with your supplier. Just click on that thing. And always go for the verified suppliers on Alibaba. Always go for the verified suppliers. Okay, let's see whatever they're selling. Where are the sneakers? Oh, products. So I don't know how you guys are going to see this, but we are trying to place an order with Tyson on Alibaba. I've taught you how you're supposed to chat a supplier, and we have asked for a catalog, and the supplier has replied as we speak. You can see he has written sure, and he has sent us the catalog. You see? So we are supposed to open this catalog and see whatever they are selling from the catalog. That is where you're going to choose the shoes that you'd want.
Okay.
Yeah. That is where you are the one to choose for yourself, but I'm going to help you, okay? If need be. Sizes, go for the men, go all the way from, maybe you can do from 40 to 44. 40 to 44. But this depends with the country that you're in. West Africans, I always see you guys go for like from 44 to 46, 47. You understand?
Yeah.
But for us Kenyans, South Africans,
40 to 44.
Yeah. So we're trying to get the catalog from the supplier. see whatever he has sent you in here. Wow, see for yourself. We are going to take a break of a few minutes so that you can be able to choose the things that you would want. Have a pro forma invoice prepared for us. We pay for the goods, we ship them, and we wait and see, and all that. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's take a break, a few minutes break. We choose whatever we would want so that we can proceed from there. Continue. This is entrepreneur. See that? So that it can always bring in like you on your FYP will be other business pages.
Yeah.
Next. There's a confirmation message that it's going to come to you. So you don't change your personal Instagram page to a business page. You create one from scratch.
Okay. What I shall look for. So the two
Let's create a name for your business.
Okay,
You can say teas collection.
Yeah.
We can do teas collection as your page. Teas collection. Do underscore KE. Underscore KE. Just put your password. Don't show me your password. Just create your own password. So whatever we are doing at this stage, we've already identified a supplier, right?
Yeah.
We have chosen the sneakers that you wanted to do. We have gotten how many pieces? 20, 21. Okay, 22 pieces. So Tyson is going to start with 22 pieces of sneakers. You guys, when those sneakers get in here, please promote him. And right now we are creating a page on Instagram, his business page on Instagram, because I'm expecting you to do your sales on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you guys that are trying to create pages that you expect to do your sales in there, don't convert your personal Instagram pages to your business pages. Yeah, don't convert them into your business pages. Just create one from scratch. Just go to Instagram settings, create add account, then create a professional business page. Yeah. So for the people that always convert their business pages, they convert their personal pages into their business pages, I wouldn't advise you to do so. And do you know why I tell people not to do that? Give a guess. Just give a guess why I've told you not to use your personal page to do business.
What?
No guess. So let me tell you something.
It's supposed to be a plan.
Yeah, by the way, that's a point. Do you have any other points? Just try to think. Just try.
The history of...
No. So this is the reason. We are the children of light, and wisdom is supposed to walk with us wherever we go. Please, guys, never post your things, or no, don't. When you change your personal Instagram page to a business page, actually chances are all those people that are in there will never shop anything from you. Remember, those are your friends, people that you used to school with, and all that. In business, it's always good to go incognito, mostly on social sites. Yeah, it's like me. I have like 7 pages on Instagram, but people don't know that. People don't even know my pages because I don't even show my face in there. I'm saying so because I've seen instances where I've taught people how to do business, and this is how social media is, and this is how the world is. You have a hater out there, someone who doesn't want to see you succeeding. They're going to create 10 pseudo accounts and they'll be reporting your page every day. And it will be closed down by Instagram. Because Instagram doesn't even think twice. It shuts it down and tells you that it is having a look. It wants to review where the problem is.
Yeah.
So even that applies even for the people that feel as if they are celebrities or influencers. You can never influence your own business. If you want to succeed in the business that you're doing, do it and a very low profile. Keep a low profile. Just go incognito. No one has anything against that page. No one is going to mess you up because there's nothing that hurts like losing a business page. Because by the time probably you're losing that page, it's checking in like a whole 2,000 Kenya shillings a day, 30,000 Kenya shillings a day. You know, I'm saying so because I've ever lost a business page with 74,000 followers, and I've grown it from scratch. And it used to check in a lot of money, not less than 50K a day. And due to lack of wisdom, because by then I was young, something got me, and I started uploading doing a screenshot of the analytics. You know, it will be giving you the analytics and you'll see how the flow is and how people are, you know, and I was just excited. You know, I was young, back like 6 or 5 years ago. And I started taking a screenshot of the analytics, posting them on my Facebook page, posting them on my status. To me, I was also on Instagram. To me, I was thinking that, you know, people are going to follow me back and maybe they'll be interested to have a look at that page because of the analytics. That is how I lost that page that week. Can you imagine?
So bad.
I felt so bad. It was such a big thing for me because I felt so bad, because there's nothing that hurts like losing a business page. Because by the time you're losing it, you know, even a page that you rely on, that first creating a business page on Instagram that you expect to do yourselves, it's not something easy. You see this page that you have started creating right now, it will take you like 2 weeks to create it to a level that people can buy from it. So losing it, it really hurts. And you know, it's a page that is checking in like even 500 Kenya shillings. Then when you lose that page, customers do start calling you and they're like, by the way, we can see your page. What's up? You know, the customers that have your number. What's up? We can see you. And it really hurts. So the best thing is to just create a new page from scratch, because for you to be able to sell on Instagram, it's not all about followers. You could be having 50 followers, but that page has a turnover of like 40,000 a day. How many people out here with pages with even 100 followers, 100,000, that it doesn't even check in, not even 10,000 Kenya shillings. So when you're doing business on Instagram, it's not about followers, it's about creating the page the way I'm telling you about. I know I've talked about that out of the camera, and I've taught you. And another thing is, as you try to do business, and this is for the sake of what I've told you, that you're not supposed to convert your business personal pages into business pages. As you try to do things, try as much as possible not to create envy amongst the people that know you. You understand? That is why I've even told you that we are supposed to be wise, and wisdom should be our portion. Try as much as possible not to create envy amongst the people that know you. Not everyone will be excited in your circles if they see you with those pages on Instagram. You posting it on your Facebook page that has all your church members, all the people that you grew up with. Just go incognito. Let people never understand whatever you're doing. Actually, if it were not for the interview that I did with Lynn, most people didn't know that I'm into business. They just got to know once they saw my interview. So just try to go low key, because when you and that is by creating a new page that has no correlation with you don't even post your face in there, and you'll see it will be such a success. It will be such a success, contrary to what most people think. You know, most people think that showing people how well you're doing and all that, it gives them a lot of contentment. There are people that get a lot of contentment by showing off how well they are doing. But that is not the case. That is foolishness. That is inviting unnecessary fights and battles in your life. So always try to just go low key. Don't let people, you know, and let me tell you, the people that are going to buy from you are people that you don't even know of. You understand?
Yeah.
You don't even import things from China, like sneakers, the ones that you're importing, in your head thinking, this person is going to buy from you, from me. I have that friend. No, 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 no. Don't have anyone in your head. God is going to give you your own clients from scratch. You see, just do post it. Post your items in a platform that is broad, where so many people can see.
Yeah.
And God is going to give you brand new clients that is going to buy from you.
Yeah.
So don't rely on your own understanding. I've seen instances where people are trying to import something, thinking in their head, oh, but I have the, you know, kwa chama, if they are ladies, you know, my girls are going to buy from me. Oh, my boys are going to buy from me. And you're going to be setting yourself up for frustrations. Business, you have to create your own clients from scratch. Friends are not people that are supposed to even know whatever you're doing. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't even update them. Just keep quiet. Let
Yeah.
them see you on social media, because they are going to see this video. They are not people that you're supposed to rely on. They are not people that you're supposed to go asking them to follow you. And the same way they are not supposed to know whatever you're doing, the same way they are not supposed to know how well you're doing when you really succeed in business. That helps not to create a lot of envy. People that always feel a bit of contentment when creating envy amongst their friends, they're just foolish people inviting a lot of fights and battles in their lives. Okay?
Yeah.
So where kwanga mtu hausomeki, they can never understand you.
Yeah.
Sawa?
Yes.
And with that, we have created that page.
Yeah.
It is called Tease Collection underscore KE.
Yeah.
Tease
Double E.
Yeah, Tease
T
Collection
double.
underscore KE. We are going
Yeah.
to put it down on this video
Yeah.
so that people can follow you. Wait for his goods. They'll be here. He has chosen to do sneakers.
Yeah.
So sneakers, you're going to ship them by sale. So probably they'll be here. And you know that the consolidators do close down for the Christmas holidays. So your goods will be here in January.
Yeah.
It's okay, don't worry, there's no rush. See,
Yeah. Yeah.
they'll be here in January. We are going to sell and you're going to sell. I can only tell you that. You're going to sell. And you're going to see what God has in store for you. As I wait also and see what God has in store for me. See,
Yeah.
yeah, so let's proceed. There's something that we are not yet done with. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, post your birth dates and all that.
Oh.
Post your birth dates. Because we haven't gotten the pro forma invoice and paid for the goods, because we are about
Yeah.
to pay. The supplier is a bit, you know why they are not replying fast right now as we speak?
Okay.
It's already late. That is why I told
Yeah,
you that. But then you guys, when you're trying to, for the people East African time, people using my timeline, remember the Chinese are like 5 hours ahead of us. So right now it's almost 5. It's almost 5.
Almost. Yeah.
So they have closed their businesses, but I'm sure, because I've called him directly, he's going to reply. We are going to pay for the goods. We are good to go. All right. So far, so good. How are you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling.
Nakuchosha?
No. I'm
Oh.
okay. I'm okay.
So tell me, how is the journey till the wherever we are right now? We've already chosen the items. We are waiting for the pro forma invoice, by the way, to be sent to us so that we can pay for the goods, right? So that we can also be able to calculate the shipping costs
Yeah.
and know whatever we expected to pay once the goods are in the country, right? Apart from that, I've given you the addresses. I've given you 2 consolidators so that you can always have a variety to choose from. There are so many in the country. Most people that are in East Africa or Africa, you're going to use consolidators to ship your things in the country. For the people that are in the Europe, US, okay, North America, and UAE, I'm just hoping that you're going to use courier services. They are very much effective in the places that you are in. I don't think there's consolidations in the countries that you're in, but unless you let me know, I don't know whether we have. But as long as I'm concerned, I think you guys you're supposed to use courier service. For us, you cannot use DHL. You cannot use those courier services to ship things from China. Have you noted? I've given you a very different way of shipping things.
Yeah.
It can be extremely expensive. You won't even afford to ship things for sales. Actually, I don't think there's anyone who imports things for sales as a business person and uses the courier services. For personal use, once in a while you can do it. But for business purposes, you can never do that. So that is how you're going to ship your things. I want you to note that I've given you an agent, Jason, right? That is your freight forwarder. Even the days that you will grow to a point where you would want to load a container, he's the one who is going to help you with the logistics in China. In terms of booking the container, flight cost, having your goods inspected and all that. So he's supposed to be your friend. Keep him close throughout your journey, unless now you fly to China and one day, because you're going to fly to China one day, you're going to get to that level.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you fly and just decide to go and get another agent. But as of now, that is your agent.
Yeah.
He's there to counter check goods for you, the companies.
Yeah.
These things that you're getting from Alibaba, he's there to counter check whether it is legit or not. Huh?
Yeah.
So when you get a supplier from Alibaba, kindly forward the pro forma invoice to him and let him know that you want to pay for those goods, and kindly request him to counter check for you whether it's legit or not, so that you can go to the next step of paying for your goods. You get that?
Yeah.
You get it right?
Yeah.
Hi. I've given you addresses written in Chinese. Have you noted?
Yeah.
Those are warehouse addresses. Anytime that you're trying to place an order from China, as we have done, you will see your supplier asking for the address where they're supposed to deliver the goods to. That's the consolidators. The two consolidators have given you two different addresses. That is where the supplier is supposed to take the things from their factory to those addresses. So I've given you the addresses. Anytime a supplier asks for an address, by air address, by sea address, just forward the address that you want to your goods to be sent to. Okay? Any other thing? Nothing much. Now, right now, we're just waiting for the pro forma invoice. We pay for the goods. Then again, kindly don't forget to go and follow Tyson. Tyson's new Instagram page, so that when the goods are in the country, you can buy from him. Let's encourage these young ones. When were you born?
1999.
Hey!
30th March.
I was about to do my KCP.
99.
See me, I did my I think in 2004, 2005. So I was about to do my KCP when you were born. You're so young. You're so young. So let's try to help these young ones of ours. And when I help you, I know you're going to help someone else out there one day, but not now. Let me tell you, there's time for everything, Tyson. Right now, it's a moment you're supposed to just concentrate on your businesses. You're like a tree, a seedling, and you're in a very delicate place in your business life. Right now, you're starting. A day will come, you're going to grow. You know, a human being is like a tree. A human being is like a tree. When a tree is very small, even someone can step on it and mess it up. Someone can even uproot it with your two fingers like this and just throw it away, and it's going to dry off, right? But there's a day that will come, that tree will be so strong, the roots will be so deep rooted that no one can shake it. Even you yourself, you can just go and uproot it. Now you'll get to a level that you, like the trees, you'll start producing fruits, and people will feed from those fruits, and nothing will happen to you as a business person. When you get to that level, help others, because there's always time for everything. You can start it early as now, and it is even going to mess up with your business, right? Yeah. So when that time comes where you have your ground, no one can do anything to you. Even if they think of messing your business, you're so strong that you are unmessable. Is there a word like that? That is when the people will start eating from the fruits that you're producing, and there's nothing much that will happen to you.
Yeah.
So that is how business is. When you start early, you can mess yourself up, but when you get to the level of like, I can help and there's nothing much that can happen to me, help as many as you can, do everything at the right time. So no,
Yeah.
not even many, just 2 or 1. You know me, I was taught to do how to do business by the MP called Omar Shalom. I was in China and he told me that I'm going to teach you whatever took me 10 years to do, I'm going to teach you in a day, and he taught me. So from the person that he taught how to do business, I've taught not less than almost 1,500, 1,600 people right now. So ukifika hapo, just going to put yourself on a target of just one person. One is enough. So, yeah. So let's see whether the supplier has replied, has prepared the pro forma invoice for us so that we can move. Oh, he has said wait. You guys, we have been taught to wait. Let me tell you, when you're trying to place your orders from China, do it very, very early. Wake up at night. They are much active from 3 a.m. all the way to 11 a.m. That moment they are at work, they are very active. They are going to you. If it was at that time, we could have already gotten our pro forma invoice, but we are still going to get it. Huh? So don't worry, and we are going to pay for it. Sawa. Anything that you have to say? Anything?
No.
Okay. You don't even want to market yourself. Just tell people to follow your page and mention your page.
Yes. Follow me. Follow my page. It's a brand new page at T's Collection _ KE.
Underscore K.
Collection.
T-E-E-Z
Collection
_
KE.
Yeah, and I'm the one who's chosen that name for you.
Yeah, it's a nice name.
I'm so good in coming up with the business names for Instagram because I have so many active pages on Instagram that I'm very much active on Instagram, not in person. If you think of following me and just getting updates of me, setting standards for you and all that, you're not going to find that. But when it comes to business pages, I'm very active in there. All right. So let's wait and see how it's going to end. And also, I think it's lunchtime. You can get something to eat. Just choose for yourself. I told you that when you're young, you're supposed to eat as much as you can. You get to a level that you're old and you're having so much you don't even have time to eat. I'm telling you, you'll be eating once in a day because of how busy you are. So just get something to eat as we wait for the performance.
Okay.
So did I mention that throughout this thing that I'll be helping people start businesses, we are going to be doing our orders on Alibaba. I think I mentioned that earlier. Now this is the thing. Go with the budget that you have. Once again, go to Alibaba. Choose something that goes, if your budget is $30, choose something that goes with your $30. Then after that, create ask your supplier to prepare for you a pro forma invoice. A pro forma invoice has the kgs and the CBM of your goods. Has the kgs and the CBM of your goods. The CBM is the size of your goods. The reason being, when you're shipping your things by air, you're going to concentrate on the kgs of the goods. They charge as per the kgs. That is for the consolidators that we use. They charge as per the kgs. If you're trying to import your things by sea, like what me and Tyson are going to do, we are going to ship our things by sea, right? So we are going to concentrate on this bulkness. When you're shipping things by sea, they concentrate on the bulkness, not the kgs. So they calculate per cubic meter. You're going to get the CBM. Then once you get the CBM and the kgs, you can calculate the actual shipping cost of your products. You understand that?
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo unaona hapa, the way we are doing it, by the end of today we'll know how much you're going to pay for those goods before we even pay for them. That is the shipping cost.
Yeah.
We see whether it's going to go with our budget. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is how you're supposed to go about it. And by the way, we are having a conference on 10th of December. Avail yourself, come to the conference, and Let's learn how to do these things. Also, there's a class that is going on. It's a 7 days in-course class. I'll put the link on my bio to join the Telegram class. It's an automated process. This goes to all the people that pay and they don't follow the commands given on that link. Remember, you cannot access the group unless you pay, because I charge $25 or 2K for the people that are in the country. You're supposed to pay and follow the commands given on that link, so that you can get so that the system can verify you and add you in the Telegram class. So you just have to do it as I have taught you in there. There's even a video that you're going to watch in that link to direct you on how to go about it. So please watch that and do it as I've taught you. And another thing is don't miss the conference. We are having a conference on 10th. Please make sure you avail yourself in there. Going to start very early, all the way from 7:30. It's a 12 hours day meeting with me and another person who is relevant in teaching you on how to do your inputs and all that. So then start somewhere. Business is the best thing that you can ever get yourself into in these times. Do you know that? Business is the best thing that you can get yourself into, and there's something that I have for you. Let me put the camera like this so that you can all see him. So you know what, I'm going to fund you on 10th to come to the conference.
Okay.
So the whole day, so you just have to avail yourself. I'm just going to pay for everything that is supposed to be paid for, and you're going to come.
Okay,
That is on 10th, okay? Because I want you to be a great one, okay? And perfect, you know, perfect whatever I've taught you. So you're going to come. And I'm going to make sure that your name is added in the list of the people that will be coming will be attending the conference. And you have to be there very early, because we do take our breakfast at the hotel. This will be the 4th conference. I've already done 3 this year. We did the first at Sankara in June. July we did one at Movenpick. And just the other day in August 17, we did another one at Kempinski.
Okay.
So this one will be the 4th. I'll give you the details, I'll give you the location and everything, so that by the end of today you'll have everything, so that you can prepare for that conference. Yeah, okay? You're most welcome. So the other one was just a live, so let me just do this video so that it can help most of you. They are the import scams, openly used by scammers, and we are just going to get into the right the number one scam that you're likely to get yourself into. And it is, I've written them down, so if you see me just like looking in here, straight in here, I'm just trying to check so that I can communicate the right thing. The first thing you can do to lose money as you try to do your imports is swiping your cards and paying suppliers directly or using Western Union, or probably using a MoneyGram. They are not official ways of paying for goods. They are not official ways of paying for goods. If you want to pay for your things in China or on Alibaba, kindly use a bank transfer. It's much safer. Go to the bank. You'll see that there are requirements that the bank do require so that they can do a direct transfer. They are there to protect you. They are there to protect you. So always pay for your things directly via the bank transfer. For the Kenyans, you can use M-Pesa. It's a very official way of paying for your goods in China. It's hard for you to lose money if you use those methods. As I told you earlier, I remember a case last year when I paid for goods in China, and it happened that the company's bank account was frozen. Me and a few others are the only people that got their money back, because we had used a very official way of paying for the goods in that country. We got our money reversed back to our account. People that had used those methods, that is Western Union and all those others, bureaus and all that, they lost all the money that they had invested in that business. So be very careful. Okay, let's go to scam number 2. The imports and exports WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, where you just join and there's a person there who is always posting pictures. You just have to mention the thing that you want it to be imported in the country, you pay for it, and you wait for your goods. So many people have lost money using that method. Chances are, even the person who is trying to import the item for you, chances are they are not even people that have ever gone to China, or they even don't know how to go about it. And that is why most of you end up losing the money, or they're always giving you excuses. This has happened, this has happened. So be very, very careful. And it is hard to specialize both on imports and exports. If you ever see someone who knows everything about imports and exports, because those are two totally different entities, they operate in a very different way. So be very careful. That's all that I have to tell you. Don't pay for things. Don't pay for things in a group and expect them to be shipped to you. Instead, just go to Alibaba and just shop for yourself. It's as simple as that. Also, I've ever seen situations where I don't know the formula that those people do in their in their way of trying to do imports, and the money that they give you, or the charges that they give you to import things for you. So be very, very careful. Let's go to point number 3, scam number 3. There's this story that I always hear people saying, or people have been told that the ports have been closed, or if it's not the port that have been closed, they'll always tell you that China is not working, China is on lockdown. It is true that the Chinese right now are on lockdown and the borders have been closed. But when it comes to cargo flights and vessels that ship things to the places that we are in, not even a single day that they have ever been closed. I'm telling you, even in the height of COVID in 2020, we used to do our imports as usual. Maybe the only difference was the dollar went up, so it affected us in one way or another. Or maybe the time frame that we used to use to get our things extended for a few days, but we always get our products. So if ever someone tells you that China have closed, you can get your goods because China, things are not happening, people are not going to China, just know that that is a story for another day. They should give you back whatever you gave them, so that you can do your imports and it is not affected. Yeah, COVID has affected, but COVID has never made like the port functions to be completely closed. We always get our things on time. Another scam is that the ports have been closed. The port in your country has been closed. You wait for your goods for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. That is not how it is done. That is not how it is done. If you're using consolidation, the maximum time I think you can wait for your goods, it's at least 60 days. That is a max of 60 days. So when you talk of months, I really don't know the method that person used. Chances are most of those groups that you get yourself into and allow people to import things for you, they really don't know how to go about it. So one thing, your goods can be held hostage by the customs. Maybe they didn't meet the standards, or maybe something just happened that they lost all that cargo. But stories of like, oh, the ports have been closed and all that, there's nothing of this sort. Okay. Another thing, for you guys that will be importing things from Alibaba, the first thing that you're supposed to ask an Alibaba supplier, and I've taught in the Telegram group, the Telegram class, and if you haven't joined our Telegram class, please join it so that you can learn more and more and more. So one thing that you're supposed to ask your supplier is to give you the contacts, the phone number. If you ever see a supplier who is delaying to give you like the number, that's a red flag. Be very, very careful. Reason being, I've already given you an agent in China. If anything happens, they cannot be able to track down that supplier if they don't have the physical address and if they don't have the phone number. So one thing that a supplier should always give you is their physical address in that pro forma invoice. Some of you, a supplier is going to prepare pro forma invoice with no physical address. That is one thing that you should avoid as much as you can. In case anything happens, you cannot get help. So Do it as I have taught you in the Telegram group. And by the way, before you even proceed, we are having our conference on 10th of December. I'm going to post down the details for the conference down on the comment section, and I'm going to pin it. Also the Telegram class, just join the Telegram class and learn how to do your inputs so that you can do it the right way, right? And come to our conference. When it comes to joining the Telegram class, it favors every person all over the world. Doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, you're in wherever country that you're in, you will be sorted once you join the Telegram class. Another scam, let me just have a look at the points. Now this goes, this one, this is the biggest and the worst scam of all times. If you ever load a container, be very, very careful of the clearing agents. Let me say that. When you ever load a container, this is for the big business people. If you ever load a container, be extra cautious of the clearing agents. Once again, make sure you sign an agreement before you give them the mandate of clearing your cargo. Those are the people that have made people lose containers at the port. Those are the people that have made the customs to find people big time. That is a person who can mess your life completely until you die out of stress or depression. This is what happens. When in the process of trying to load a container, you have to have an agent, a clearing agent from the country of origin. That is maybe China or any other country that you'll be trying to ship your things from. I've given you that agent, but you also need a local agent to deal with your customs to clear the goods for you. At least for the Chinese one, they can never mess you up, but locally they can always mess you up. Sign an agreement with them. Another thing, no clearing agent should always ask you that, you know, you're supposed to pay this amount of money to your customs, but if you give me this amount of money, this can reduce to this. Please try to be as straight as you do your businesses as possible. Otherwise, you're going to pay for it. You are going to pay for it big time. Once again, no clearing agent should sit you down and tell you, maybe after the entry has been prepared and you see you're supposed to pay duty and the VAT and all that, you're supposed to pay, example, 1.6 million to clear that container. Then your agent tells you that you are supposed to, if you give me like 400,000, this can go down all the way to 500. You're going to lose all that money. Instead, try to be as straight as possible. There is no shortcut when it comes to the customs. There is no shortcut when it comes to the customs. If the money that, if an agent prepares a cargo manifest for you, just go pay whatever you're supposed to pay to your government so that you can be as clean as possible with no blemishes, so that you can just get your cargo out of the customs without you like the idea of you have to give someone some amount of money and all that. Try to document everything. When you're paying for the customs, remember, you are supposed to pay directly to the government's bank account, right? You are not supposed to give it to anyone else. You send some money to someone to pay for you. Never ever do that. They're supposed to give you the document that you're supposed to use to pay for your goods. Take the document to the customs, to the bank. We have specific banks that you can pay for the customs, like KCB and National Bank. Just go and pay for your goods, get the receipt, share the receipts with your agent. That is a place that you can mess up big time. They are supposed to take liability in case they mess you up. They are the ones to take the liability. If they have to pay you, they have to pay you. If they end up putting some HS codes that probably you have imported cups and they put the HS codes of something like spoons so that your VAT can go down, your duty can go down. In case anything happens, they are the people that are supposed to take liability. You can even sue them as early as possible. So be very cautious, because so many people have lost containers of items. So many people, customs have held hostage of their products just because of a clearing agent. Use a company that is registered, do your background check, and do the right thing. Also, it happens to the customs. You may find a custom officer telling you that, oh, you can give me this amount of money and I'll sort you when it comes to this. Please don't even entertain that. If you want to be out here for a longer time, if you want to become a better business person, please try to do things as straight as possible. That is the biggest scam of all times. I've seen people crying day and night because of that. Even I myself, I've ever paid some fine. I've ever paid some fine just because of that. And I remember, I'm a very straightforward person, and I remember when I was paying for that fine, um, they had indicated I was shipping in some medical equipment for a hospital, and for the mattresses, hospital mattresses, they had indicated something different. I think they had not indicated they are supposed to be used in the hospital, so they attracted some duty, and I had to pay, and I was even fined for that, and that was the fault for that had occurred because of the agent. And I remember I had to get myself at the customs and just went there and just asked them what I'm supposed to do and get me the receipts, and I paid whatever I was supposed to pay, and I got out of there. I remember the agent was giving me some stories, oh, I'm supposed to give this person some amount of money, no, and I just told her, you know what, no, if there's something that I'm supposed to pay to the government, let me just pay the thing that I'm supposed to pay to the government. So always be very straightforward so that they cannot come after you. So that is the biggest scam of all times. And with that said and done, I think I've shared all the scams that you're supposed to be careful not to go through. And nothing much. Is there anything that I can't remember? I think I've already addressed everything. So be careful, do the right thing at the right time. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go follow me on LinkedIn, go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I always say that in each and every page that I have, I always post something different, but something beneficial that is going to help you in one way or another. So bye bye and have a lovely one. So it has been a good one, Leon.
Yeah.
And I thank God for the time that we have been together. And there's a few things we are winding up, guys. By the way, we are winding up. Let me tell you, a meeting that was supposed to happen for 1 hour 20 minutes, we are here for more than 3 hours. Reason being, Leon alichelewa. Leon was here at around 10 or 11, right?
Yeah.
11,
Yeah.
and it becomes a bit hectic placing your orders past 11. But we thank God, we are not complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, God intended it to be like that. That is what I believe. So let's proceed. As we wait for the pro forma invoice, I'm sure it's almost now. Just hoping that it is, they're going to send me the pro forma invoice in a few. So they're going to send me the pro forma invoice in a few right now. But we are at the stage of how are you going to sell your products? And you asked me that question earlier. How are you going to price your products? How are you going to sell your products? When you import something, the minimum amount that I expect you to sell the product is ×3 of the total cost. ×3 of the total cost, the most minimum. Assuming you got something and the total cost of an item is the buying price plus the shipping cost. That is the total cost of that product. It's not whatever you got it at in China, or maybe whatever it was indicated on Alibaba. That is not the total cost or the actual cost of the product. So if you got something at $20, the total cost, that is the shipping and the buying price. The minimum amount that I'm expecting you to sell that product is ×3. So ×3 of $20 is $60. That is the most minimum. You can go all the way even to ×5, depending with how unique is your product. You don't, even if you want to sell it at ×10, it's up to you. Just do it. As long as the thing that you're selling it ×10, it is worth the ×10. So I don't limit people from, oh, you know, you're supposed to put some little amount of profit so that, no, I don't do that. And then when you're intending to sell your things on social media, there are people who are going to afford that product. compared to when you have a physical location like a shop that is set up and you're having competitors both sides. You know, you have another shop there, you have another shop there that is trying to compete with your business, and you're trying to sell your things on Instagram. It's different. Sell it the way you want to sell it, and take advantage of importing, because the only difference between you, other than the person who's going to pick that product from locally, is to enjoy and maximize on your profit margins. So try to maximize them as much as you can. So use that method to sell your product. Another thing that I want to tell you as an importer, just know that you may get something at a very cheap price. It might get to you at a very cheap price, and so you decide to, to mess with the market. Because when you get a pair of sneakers at $7, that is the actual cost. That is the shipping, and the shipping, not seven. Let me give it at $5. The shipping and the buying price. That pair of sneakers is going for maybe $20 locally, and so you decide to sell it at $7. So you just add a profit of maybe $2 only per sneakers. People will intend to think that the things that you're selling are fake. They're not of good quality. You may think that you're trying to mess up with the other people that are in the market, because you have to take care of your brothers and sisters at the end of the day. If you have to go down when it comes to pricing, just go down with very little amount of money. That one will help you enjoy the profits as an importer, and you're going to take care of the other businesses of the other people that are not doing the imports. They are getting them locally. Okay. So if maybe you're trying to get a pair of sneakers at you get a pair of sneakers at $7. That is the actual price, and maybe that pair of sneakers is going for $20 locally. At least sell yours at $18. Go down with $2. That is how business should be. Because I've seen instances where you may think that you're trying to be competitive, but people will end up thinking, why is this being sold at this amount of money? So the only difference between you and the person who is getting those things locally is you're going to enjoy more profits than them. Maybe them, the pair of sneakers that they're trying to sell at $20, they got it at $15. You've gotten it at $7, so you're going to enjoy those profits. So please take care of that, and that is how you're supposed to sell your products. Any other question? Can you remind me? Any other question that you could be having for me? You've gotten everything right? You've understood everything? You're set to go? We are waiting for you. And everyone will be watching this video, obviously, will be trying to watch your page and see the orders that you'll start placing for us. See whatever you're going to ship, and I'm sure they'll be ready to support you and to buy things from you. Your future is brighter. Please don't worry. I know when you're young and someone is trying to tell you, please don't worry, everything will be all right. It sounds insane. I was young one day. I was young, and I know some situations that I was in, and I never thought that it will get any better. When you're young, you never see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that is how it is. Imagine that is how it is. When you grow old, you don't even care. You've gone through so much that you just see things as they come, and you just move past them. But when you're young, you're delicate. When someone tells you, it will be all right, you always feel like it's just another cliche, but it isn't. I can just see a very bright future ahead of you. I can tell you that business-wise, the fact that I've stayed with you for those hours, and I've watched you keenly, I may not seem as if I was trying to read you, but I was trying to read you, to get to understand the person that you are in so many ways, and I can tell you that you're going to succeed in so many ways. I can tell you that, and you're going to remember me after 10 years from now, and you remember me, and you remember this day. Okay. So we have really waited for the supplier to send the pro forma invoice, because we were a bit late. As I told you that you're supposed to place your orders early enough. Chinese are active all the way from 3 a.m. to 11. East African time. Depends with the country that you're in. You can always check that from the place that you're watching this video, you can always see how your times are. So, but we are waiting. If that supplier, or if, okay, if the supplier doesn't send the performer invoice on time, I've already sorted you.
Yeah.
You're going to pay your supplier directly as I have taught you.
Yeah.
And I'm just here. You're going to ask me the questions that you could be having for me, okay?
Yeah.
So it was nice having you for more than 3 hours. Let's wait for the food. Let's eat so that
Yeah.
I can set you free, and as you can also set me free so that I can go
Yeah.
back to work, because I have a lot of things that are just pending. I can even tell you that eh, I'm even getting anxious the fact that I've been here for all those hours, but I'm not complaining. Okay. And I was also set and prepare myself for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a lady that is supposed to come from Nyeri. Yeah, she's supposed to come from Nyeri. She's a university student, a mother of one, and I can't wait. And then on Saturday, or the other day, we are going to have a student from Laikipia campus. You understand? A guy. Yeah, I think it's called Joyfree, if I can remember well. So you still have to prepare for the others.
Yeah.
So,
It's a
but
great one.
it's a great one. We're going to do it, and do it as God intends us to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm also believing that the same grace that God has, poured unto me, the same grace that God is going to give you, even as you do your businesses. The same grace that I walk with every place that I go. I'm expecting that the same grace you're going to walk with. And I know God is a faithful God. I've never done anything in my life, anything I succeed. I do succeed, even in the smallest of the smallest things. So I'm believing that you're also going to succeed. You're going to tap into the same grace, the same favor that I'm walking with. You're going to have it, okay? So just be optimistic, and pray and pray and pray and pray, all right? Don't
Yeah.
forget to pray. Don't forget to put God first. Even in that business, it may sound as if it's something just any other. And most of us don't want to look like we really do pray. Mostly as Christians, we have that problem.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yes.
be seen as a
Yeah.
spiritual person.
Yeah.
Let them know that you're spiritual. Let even the devil know that you pray. Let the devil even know that you are a God-fearing person. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter whom you are. In those darkest moments, he's going to come and save you. Don't worry, but just continue believing in him. So thank you, and have a lovely one. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and kindly don't forget to subscribe to our class. For the people that would want to learn how to do the ear inputs from all over the world, you just have to use the link down below. I've done a pin, or I've pinned that that link on my comment section, and also it will be in my description. So just check it out, subscribe, join the class. From there, just do things as I have taught you. It's as simple as do as I have taught you. Place your orders as I have taught you. Ship your things as I have taught you. And have the right attitude, discipline, and all that to move forward. So, bye-bye. Have a lovely one. And shout out to Sarova Hotel for the very, very, very sweet meals and all that. Sarova Woodland. So just as we were about to give up on the proforma invoice, I actually thought that, it's late. They're going to send the proforma invoice maybe at night, but the supplier has already sent the proforma invoice. Maybe I can give you an example. As you can see up there, it is written proforma invoice. For Tyson, he has done an order of $63.52. $63.52. Reason being, one of the very old students in the Telegram group, and she's into production, she's called Millie, decided to add more on top of my budget. You remember? I told you that. And thank you so much, Millie. If it were not for you, you couldn't have done an order of 63.5, because we were supposed to stick at a range of $50. But now she added another whole $50. So you have the luxury of doing it. So you're going to pay the supplier, and we are going to wait for the goods. They'll be here. Please update me once they are in here, because you're the one who is going to receive the goods. in
Yeah.
Nairobi, not me. So just let me know when they are here. Continue creating your page and do whatever you're supposed to do. So once they are here, because they'll be here in January, your things are being shipped by sea. And by the way, for $63.5, you got how many pairs of shoes?
20.
20, not 22 as we had stated earlier. 20 pairs of sneakers. I'm telling you, you'll see how good those things are going to perform. Let's wait. They'll be here. And let's see how it will go. Okay. So thank you again, and thank you again, Leon, for uh, the moments that we have been together and your businesses. God bless you. God guide you. As we part goodbye, so bye bye also, because
Yeah.
I'm also about to leave.
Yeah.
And have a lovely one, okay?